Hey, good evening.
Hi.
Everybody
Hello.
out there in Paranormal Brew world. I have a wonderful guest with me. Not only has she been my God, Beth, how long have we known each other?
Fif-
Like since
oh, like 15 years maybe now. A long time.
it's been a
Long
long
time.
time.
Yeah.
Beth is Beth is an OG of Paranormal Brew. She's one of the original. It was me and Mike Brown. Speaking of,
Oh, there he
is that a Facebook? Oh no, that's YouTube. YouTube. I didn't know we had a YouTube.
YouTube.
So the bunker is now Mike Brown's podcast. And he's on Instagram, whatever. But me and Mike's, I didn't mean whatever, like whatever. He's on YouTube and Instagram. I don't know about TikTok. I don't know what other wherever he streams. But anyways, it's the bunker, and it's awesome. He's awesome. He's doing what he wanted to do. I'm doing what I wanted to do, and we're still cool shit. And Bethy was a part of that as well. So Bethy's an OG paranormal brewer, and here she is.
The original. We're all the original, us three.
Yeah. And hi Kyle.
Hi Brittany. Hi Kyle.
And I brought you on tonight because I want you to talk to. Hey Todd, hi Camille. I brought you on tonight because I want you to talk about a location that you run. It's called West Hill Manor. And exciting news recently, Jay Halls and JV were there. They did
so exciting.
Which the episode, I heard they've caught some shit. Everybody should check it out. It's on Jay Halls's. I don't know if does JV use? Yeah, he does paranormal reality TV and stuff. So they went to West Hill Manor and they had a great time. Beth, how long have you been running West Hill?
It's been about 2 years now. So I've been raising money for 2 years now. Yes.
So let's start with give a little bit of background about yourself for people that don't know you. And then, how you hooked up with West Hill and things that you guys do. And then we can talk about some of the spooky stuff of West Hill.
Okay.
History, the spooky stuff, and tell everybody, again, how they can, we'll talk about how people can do investigations there, all that stuff. And then you can talk about what you do, Bethy, Reikis and mediums and mediumship and Reiki and all that stuff. All right, ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, go. So yes, my name is Beth. For those of you who don't know me, a little bit about myself. I have an office at a place called the Center Life and Balance. It's on Main Street in Medford, which we also investigated that, Taryn, and that was an awesome place too.
So you're back there? I didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm back there. Well, that's where I do the readings and stuff like that.
Yeah, but didn't you? I thought you left, but you didn't ever leave there?
Well, remember we left. I remember I went to Chemung.
Yeah,
but I came back like after my dad passed away. I'm back. You're crazy, Michael. And so I'm back there, and that's where my office is. So I do psychic and mediumship readings.
So wait. But let's say we did the investment. Me, Mike, and Beth held an event there. We sold 20 tickets. I can't remember how much money we raised for it.
It was like $1,000. We raised a lot
Yeah.
of money for that, for that.
We got 43 intelligent
Yes. I've never got
EVPs.
that many in my life.
EVPs. And we did not use a DR60. We didn't
No,
use a spirit
just
box.
recorder.
It was just recorders. I mean, like,
Mhm.
actually, a piece of equipment. We did a show about it. Remember, we
did.
did
Yes.
a show afterwards, and we played all the
Mhm.
EVPs that we
Yes.
captured, like the good ones, And
Yeah, yeah.
one of it, remember, a piece of equipment went off. It was like beep, and
Mhm.
all you hear is, that was for you. That was
Yeah,
for.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were like, oh, we're like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
remember? Yeah. That was
great,
awesome.
great
Yep.
place. All
Yeah,
right,
great place.
we'll talk about that, but.
Great place.
All right,
Yeah.
so you do mediumship, you do Reiki. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. I do Reiki. Certified hypnotist. I do past life regressions. I do inner child healing. I'm a end of life death doula. I work with hospice people that are dying. I am a certified shaman. Paranormal investigator. Of course, you know that. So yeah, I do historical places to help raise money, and I also do private homes. We do private investigations. People call, their house is haunted. We go out and try to help them. I do house cleansings and house blessings for free, because I'm also an ordained minister. So I've done lots of weddings. Taryn, wink, wink. Lots of weddings, at least 10 under my belt now. I've done 3 christenings and my first eulogy, actually. So I do a lot of stuff. But one thing that's been near and dear to my heart is paranormal investigation. Something that I'll always do. Something I always have respect for. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Kim looks like she wants to be a customer for a past life.
Kim,
She
come
said,
on, yes.
wait, Beth, you
Yeah.
you do past life? WTF?
Yeah.
I need that.
Yes, I do, Kim. Come see me. Yeah.
You have a whole lot on your plate. I love it. I love it. I love that you keep yourself busy. I
Yeah.
love that you're definitely like you're a very positive input in the field. So, you really do a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff for the field and the place that
Thank
you're
you.
so start how
How
you
I
got.
got involved.
Yeah, and then we can go to the West Hill. I want to talk
Sure,
definitely
sure.
talk about the hauntings and everything at West Hill, and this and that. But just talk a little bit about yourself, like you were. I mean, I interrupted you, but go ahead.
No, that's basically what I do, and it's okay. I teach psychic development classes. I play crystal bowls. I do guided meditations. Um, tea leaf reading classes. I do that. So I do a lot, but I learned it over years and years, probably since as long as I've known Taryn. So I've done it for a long time. So
Well,
that's what I do.
what got you to sign up for SJGR? Because that's when I met you.
Um a mutual person that we know, Marty Haynes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I went to the ghost hunter store. I was looking on the internet to go find a shop, and then I met her, and then that's how I met you at one of those first classes. Remember,
Yeah,
with you and with Jody, and you were doing the tea leaf class.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah. That's right. I do
That's when I
remember.
met you, and I thought you were so cool. I private messaged you. I'm like, "Hey, man, who's this?" I was like, "Oh, I like this girl. I want to talk." I was like, "Hey, it was great to
And
meet
then
you."
lo and behold, like me and Beth start talking, and we literally have a friend or some connection in so many
Yes,
different aspects of our life, like
we do.
people from high school or people that, like, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I knew that person. I know that person. It's crazy how it's like it's like we're two Kevin Bacons
Yeah, yeah,
friends.
yeah. We're connected every time. Like somebody from where I used to grow up, where I used to work, and we're all connected. So it's pretty cool, though. Yeah.
Um, she's going to do one. Kim wants one.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Stace. All
Hi,
right, so
Stace.
go ahead. All right,
Yeah.
but what were you having things happen to you prior to prior to MH, we'll say, prior to MH, uh,
Yeah.
like, were you having
Yeah.
something that you found yourself getting into this?
Well, yeah, and I think you guys, like most stories, you hear you see spirits when you were younger, and that's what happened to me. So when I was living in Clementon, was my first experience. I was always afraid to go down the basement because there was something down there. And one time I thought I got pushed, but my mom was like, "Oh, you must have fell." But after leaving that house and moving to Tabernacle, we found out that a man did take his own life in that house. And so there, and yeah, and then moving to Tabernacle, it's a large, very huge Native American burial ground. So I saw a Native American little girl at the end of my bed, and my mom actually saw a full headdress Indian chief, but she won't talk about that at her bed. Back then, you weren't really allowed to talk about it because, you don't talk about the dead, this and that. Stop being so sensitive. Here's a pill. Go to your room. So I didn't have anybody talk about it back then, but now because of social media, it's more accepted. So I kind of like suppressed it until I guess I was just I got into the paranormal by just being on the internet, and I was like, I actually took a picture of my grandmother's house. I wish I had it, and there was two figures in her window in maple shade. So that's why I went to the GH store. I wanted somebody to verify my picture.
Oh,
That's how I ended up there,
yeah,
because I'm like, I see something,
yeah.
and that's how I ended up there. And then I found a mentor just to bring out my self-esteem and confidence because I never had any of that, you
Right.
know growing up in childhood wasn't all that great. So I didn't have that. But then I found a mentor. Then I kind of, took some classes myself, and then for a few years. And then that's how I got into SJGR. And then that helped because it actually does open up your sixth sense a little bit,
Hmm.
So that's how I started. And then I started taking classes. I learned with everybody, people from like online, from the UK, Ireland, Africa, just started, because you're always learning and growing. None of this, is you never master this. And so, you're always learning and growing,
I'm
that's
glad
how
you
I,
say that. I'm glad you say that because a lot of
yeah,
people think that they walk on water and they know what's going on, but
yeah,
you're right. You're never fully,
no,
the education is endless or the
endless.
learning is endless.
Right, right. And I believe you never have all the answers, even with doing the paranormal world. I think we're not supposed to, but we could go into that too. But, you know, yeah, so that's really what happened to me growing up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you. I've investigated with you. You've
Mm-hmm.
done Paranormal Brew with me. I mean, I know you. I know how talented you are.
Thank you.
How did you then, um, find West Hill? I mean, like, I mean, the center, which, by the way, I'd love to investigate again.
I know, I'm trying. I'm like, can we come back there? I
Come
said,
on, let us do
I
it.
know, I'm trying so hard. Yeah.
Well, that
So
would be
how it,
awesome.
it would be awesome because I don't think I've never gotten that many EVPs anywhere else. Like
Neither.
43? Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So
Um,
what happened was, the West Hill is like the Masons own it. So I actually did a reading for a client that said, "Oh, I belong to this lodge, the Mason Lodge," and we talk. You get talking. I knew he knew I was a paranormal investigator, and he goes, "Oh, could you come out and do like a paranormal 101 and explain to our lodge the equipment and what a paranormal investigation is about?" So, Mike and I went out. I was like, "Yeah, I would love to do that." So the caretakers of West, I'm sorry.
so wait, where was the hookup?
Oh, I did a reading for a client. I did a
Oh, the
reading. Yeah, I'm
client
sorry.
worked
Yeah,
there.
a client that no, a client that came to see me for a reading. I
Right, but
didn't.
they
Yeah.
had connection to the place.
Yes.
Okay. Alright,
He
I'm with
had.
you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So a client that I did a reading for, he belongs to the Masons, and he
Okay.
has a lodge. I don't know, whatever you call that,
Yeah,
Mason
yeah.
group. Yeah. And so Mike and I went out there and did a paranormal, like a 101 thing, and Joe, one of the caretakers, Joe and Judy are the caretakers of West Hill. They're like in their late 70s. Joe said, "I am in charge of taking care of this place called West Hill Manor." He said, "We were supposed to have a paranormal group come out and they never showed up. No, not sure who it was."
Well, no loss is your game.
Well, if the shoe fits. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm thinking, don't you? Sorry. Okay. There's people watching. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that
so
crew.
yes.
Okay.
So the one that never shows up. Oops. So actually, so Mike and I went out there and got to know Joe and Judy, and then that's how it got started with doing the paranormal investigations, helping to raise money for West Hill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and all the proceeds go to West Hill. We don't make a dime on any of this.
Right. And that's the other thing. I love that what you're doing is you're giving back. You have these gifts, and you're blessed to be able to help this prop. That's, to me, you're a part of that property's history now. That's it. You're a part of the history of that property, of
I
that
did,
house.
yeah, I did feel like a proud mama when after Jason and JV came out, I almost cried because I've
Yeah.
been doing so much work. Like it's for that place. I know it
Yep.
sounds crazy though, doesn't it?
No. I
So,
mean, listen. When I talked to JV, like I said, you guys and the other place. I don't know if it's been announced yet, so that's why I'm not saying it.
yeah.
But the other place, I said, look, yeah, this is, and I hooked you up with JV, and
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and the rest
Thanks
is
to
history.
you.
And I'm
Yeah.
so happy that they went out there, and I'm so happy they had such a great response.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So you go out there, you do a Paranormal 101. Did stuff start happening for you
Mhm.
guys like right away?
Well, we didn't do it there. We did it at the lodge in Summerdale. It was a lodge, and then that was the Paranormal 101. We went out and we just talked to them, walked around, and then we just did investigation ourselves, just me and Mike, just to see what happened. What we can sense and feel. And it kind of started happening right away. But it grew as the years went by and as the weeks went by and different paranormal teams came out. But yeah, it's been really awesome just to be able to help and preserve the history and you know give them
So
money that can.
give us a
Can
little background, the history.
the history of West Hill. Here we go. Yeah, Todd and Camille. A lot of these people have already been out there. Todd,
I know. I don't know why the
yeah.
hell I haven't been. I
Taryn,
feel
I've been
left out.
telling because you're busy.
I am busy, but
And
that's okay.
you went on a couple trips, got engaged. You're busy. You can just say just a little busy.
Been just a little busy.
A little bit. Okay, so the story of West Hill, and you know what? It just got on the Historical Society like 1917.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and it's in Burlington on Oxmead Road in Burlington, New Jersey. And the house was built for Suzanne and a guy named Samuel Emlyn between 1797 and 1799. They built it because they wanted like a vacation home, but because of the plague and yellow fever in Philadelphia, they just moved in there. So, and then in 1813, Susanna was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so she it was in her left breast and she had a tumor. So they even went they went to the UK and traveled on a ship to see if they could help them. They ended up bringing doctors back, and one of them was her brother-in-law, Dr. Physic, which actually is the Physics from Cape May. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. They have a house there in Cape May too. And so what happened was upstairs in the bedroom there's like a big waiting room, and then there's another bedroom. It's like two rooms together. 2000, Jesus Christ. Sorry, am I allowed to curse on here?
You know, what are you asking me for? You know, you used
So-
to host it with me.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so in 1814, Elijah Gurney had one, not, oh Christ, sorry, Susanna Emlyn had one of the very first breast cancer surgeries in the United States, was in this house in that bedroom.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so she had the surgery. There was no pain
No,
meds.
I wonder if Dana and Jossie are still watching, because
Yeah.
Dana,
Yes.
huge can't, that's just crazy. Like, so she had one of the first breast cancer surgeries in the United. Go ahead.
In the United States, and which was in this house in West Hill upstairs. Stop laughing at me, Todd.
No, I think it's because I said, yeah, you can curse. I mean, I think
He's laughing at me because I'm messing up. No, so yeah, so then she had the breast cancer surgery with no anesthesia, no pain meds. Could
Wow.
you imagine,
No, not at all.
like, and back then, because of that, they had something like probably marijuana and, dilaudid, or you
Or
bit
that
on a
like,
stick.
yeah,
Yeah,
or that
which
coat, like that other. I don't know.
yeah, and so yeah, so she had that surgery, and yeah, I just can't imagine. So she laid in the bed for like 10 days, and then she actually was cancer free for 5 years, and then it came back and she died 1819.
So she was in remission for 5 years.
Yeah.
The breast cancer came back.
Yeah, and it went all through her by then. But that, I mean, I just can't
Wow.
even imagine, going. I mean, any surgery. And back then, because they didn't have that stuff, you either bled out and you died, or from bleeding out, or you died from the pain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
you died from infection from the
infection.
surgery,
Yes, because
or
they didn't sterile instruments back then. So they actually, before they brought her into surgery, they had to blindfold her so she wouldn't see the instruments, and a
wow.
nurse walked her in, and the whole time she was writing back and forth to her dad, and they said they have all her records of that, and they said that's really rare back then to keep those records of that correspondence.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So then in 1851, Elijah Gurney purchased the house, and she was a minister, and she would preach all around the United States. She actually used to correspond back and forth. She went to the White House and went to go and was praying with Abraham Lincoln. So, because of the war that was going on, so she would correspond back and forth and write letters to him back and forth. I think he was kind of sweet on her, but all those letters, they have a copy of them at West Hill. And when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in the theater, they found her letter in his suit pocket.
Shut. I have chills right now.
Girl, you have to come to
I
West
have
Hill.
chills right now.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So, yeah,
Wow. So wait, is she like known in history? Because I
she
feel
is.
like I've heard that name.
She is. She's well known. Yeah. She's. She went all over the United States. She's a minister, so she would preach with all of these. Other like people from the White House and stuff like that. But Abraham Lincoln was so impressed with her, he said, "Can you please write back and forth to me, so that because the
So
war
did
was going
she ever
on."
have return letters from him?
Yes. Yep. They're in West Hill. Yep. Return
So,
letters back, and not the original. The originals are in Pennsylvania, but they are noted. They are written down. Um,
so you have a copy of the letters
mhm,
from
mhm.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes,
Kim,
yes,
that's
and
Kim's husband, just so you know. And when you do her past life regression, I hope
she loves Abraham Lincoln.
loves.
Really?
She like loves, like wants to marry Abraham Lincoln.
Well, she is tall, and he was tall, so maybe
That's
that can
probably
help.
why she loves him so much. Look. Yeah.
Yay, Kim! Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah,
But and
she like
yes,
loves.
yes, and you know what? It is still a working farm since the 1700s, right? There is, they say it was an underground railroad, but there isn't proof, because back then it was illegal to harbor slaves in your house. But they were against slavery, and they were against the war, so they were Quakers. Yeah, so they're buried. Yeah, we found out where they were buried. Abraham Lincoln, oh, not Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe.
Honest Abe.
So then they all the women died in the house, and Elijah Gurney had a niece that passed away when she was about 7 years old, and then her nephew owned it for a while, and then Dr. and
Wait,
Mrs.
after
Keller.
wait a minute. You said all the women. So wait.
Yeah,
So
Susanna Emlyn and Elijah Gurney
so
had
these
passed
are
away in the house.
they were
Hmm.
her daughters?
They owned the house. Susanna Emlyn and Samuel bought it in
Right.
1799,
Right.
and then Elijah Gurney and her husband. No, her husband John died before they moved into the house, and she
Okay.
bought it in 1851. Elijah
So
Gurney.
right, and then so who are the other women?
Oh, doors are slamming.
I heard
Um,
that.
Isn't that weird? So the one woman, Mrs. Keller, we don't have her first name, but she they bought it in 1950, and
Okay,
she died in 1992, and then she gave it over to the Masons own the house still. You know,
right.
that's why they used to use it for their offices. That's why the upkeep is so well, and they all had money. That all the
I
families
was
that
gonna
lived
say, well,
there.
she even back then, Elijah, to be able
Mm-hmm.
to afford a house like that when your husband dies, because back then
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
lost everything. Like if your
Right.
husband died, you
Right.
were packing up and going to live with a family member, you know?
I found out that Quaker women were allowed to purchase a house, so it was her house.
Yeah, but she had to have the money.
Yeah, she had the money from her family. Yeah,
Uh,
she had money, and she passed it down to her nephew, and then it went to, I don't know what happened to the nephew. We don't have documentation of that. But none of the people that lived there had children or gave birth, as far as we know. There's no documentation. But they had nieces and nephews to visit.
oh, it sounds like a house I would have grew up in.
Oh,
It was my house, no children, nieces and nephew,
and cats and
cats
dogs.
and dogs.
Yeah. So, yeah, so it is a fascinating, it's a diamond in a rough, and a lot of people don't know it's there, and it's a really amazing, amazing history.
So the Quakers and the Masons. So it's safe to say that though they believe in the paranormal, right? Or else they wouldn't
Yeah,
have. Or
right.
else they wouldn't
I
have.
believe so. They wouldn't have us there. Well, here's the thing. They own it, but they allowed Joe and Judy, the caretakers, to take it over, and they repainted it and stuff like that, and turn it back into the time period. And that's how they painted it, with the different, like from 1700s and then 1800s, the colors that used to be back then. But there's no furniture left from the family. That was all donated. So there's nothing
Okay.
left for that. Yeah.
Now, what kind of like have you found cool artifacts? Have they like throughout the years? Is there like cool artifacts that they've found on the
There is
property
some,
or in
yeah,
the house?
there is some cartifacts. Oh my God, artifacts that they found on the property that they have displayed in a case on the second floor. Some were donated and some were found, like buttons and like bullets, and because the war, that whole area over there.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so there is some art. I know artifacts. I would like to get one of those metal detectors out there. That'd be fun.
I will
But
do that with you in 3 seconds.
I know that'd
I'll
be
do that
fun.
before a ghost hunt. I'll come out
Yeah,
and metal detect.
yeah. The it has plenty of parking. The property's beautiful. It just has a nice feel. No bad energy. Just like positive energy there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, Beth, you just came up with a new catchy word. Alita says,
I did.
"Yeah,
What was it?
artifacts."
Cartifacts. Well, what's it there?
So you and Mike are now, running the investigations.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of activity?
Yes,
Um,
Brittany feels like home.
what kind of a fiddler?
Oh, Kenny. Hi, Kenny.
So what kind of like things are reported there allegedly? You know what I mean? Like what kind of stuff is reported?
Um, they hear people, hear voices. Jason and JV heard a lot of voices. You hear screaming, which probably would make sense. Clairaudient, we heard screaming with our ears, not even and on the recorder, but which would make sense because if you had surgery without anesthesia or pain meds, you would be screaming too. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
for
they
sure.
hear that. They hear whistling. They hear walking. When I think is Brittany still on here?
Yeah, she just messaged. She said it feels like home.
Yeah. Well, when they were there, she was there with her husband, and we actually were downstairs and we heard furniture move across the room. One thing that they do when they go in, Brittany and her husband, they take a video of everything, of every single room, right? So we were all downstairs in the kitchen and we heard it sound like furniture moving. We went running upstairs, and because of the video, no, there were only like five of us down there, so there's no one in the house. We have a whole run of the house. The doors are locked. The table was pulled in front. in the middle of the room, and there was fresh scrape marks. So, and in the video, it was against the wall.
That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome. That's a good idea. Thank you, Brittany. I'm going to
yeah,
start
they
doing
do.
that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they do that.
Absolutely.
And
Look at it. It totally helped to, I mean, how can you explain it? You know, they did a video, walked
yeah,
around,
see,
everybody's
yeah,
downstairs, and then
yeah.
you guys hear it,
Mm-hmm.
run upstairs, and the
Yeah,
table moved.
yeah, yeah. Because yep. And the table was moved with fresh scrape marks because it's all original wood on the floors.
Yeah,
So and you go down the floor, you feel the wood was scraped. So that was probably one of the coolest thing that we experienced, that because it hasn't moved again, and I'm still waiting. But you know,
that's awesome.
they hear kids like crying.
Did you move the table back or did you leave it?
Well, I moved it back because it was supposed to be back. Was
Maybe not.
they use it as a storage room. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's where their table was.
I know, right? Maybe, yeah. It's upstairs in like a little room. Maybe it was a kid's room. I don't know, or guest room, but that kind of stuff. They're the normal stuff with the equipment going off. We saw, we see shadow figures. I'm
Have you
trying to
ever
think.
caught anything that correlates with the history? I mean, you can assume the screaming is
Yeah,
from
yeah.
that story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pretend we didn't know that story. I mean, like, has anything ever been like correlated with the history? Like, were there ever any names or
Yeah,
anything like that?
they've gotten the names. Elijah, that some of the teams. Susanna, she goes by Suzanne or Susanna, and Samuel, her husband, they get that name also. So they do get the names of the people that lived in the house.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a really interesting place to come and to investigate, and it's very near and dear to my heart. So it's like, yeah,
No, I think it's awesome that you found a place where you can, call home, and a place that
yeah,
you can help out, because I know you love helping, and
yeah,
and that, I mean, I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome what you're doing. I honestly, as much as good friends we are, like, I literally found out that you were doing this, like, I don't like recently. Like,
yeah. Well, it's only been about 2 years, so it hasn't been that long. Hasn't
yeah,
been
I
that
feel like
long.
I
Yeah,
found out, like, it wasn't like
maybe a year ago. Maybe,
like
I
the
don't
end of
know.
the year or
Yeah,
something like that. Like, I found out and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh my
I know.
god." Okay.
Where's that at? West Hill? Yeah, yeah.
The ghost probably has OCD trying to put the furniture in its proper place.
Could be. Could be.
I love that story because that's a story that, first of all, luckily you have video proof of what you would think would be okay. You have this, like, did you guys video afterwards and like take pictures and stuff? So there's like timestamps for that, because
Yeah.
literally you have this video that you show the furniture's in place. Everybody's downstairs, nobody's upstairs, and you guys
Nobody. No. Yeah.
hear this, and then all of a sudden you go upstairs and the furniture's moved. Like,
Yeah.
that's like a number one want for an
How do you?
investigator.
Yeah. How do you
How
explain?
do you
That's
explain it?
hard to
Right.
explain. Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
So it is a great thing that Brittany does by taking a video of all that, of every single room, all the way around the room. So it was pretty cool. They've had there's an Abraham Lincoln thick book. I don't know if you ever seen it, but they found that on the floor a couple times.
Uh-huh.
Another group, and they didn't hear it fall, so it was on the group. And I don't have a lot of people. I like less noise, less
Yeah.
noise reduction.
Yeah.
So I only max 10 people there.
That's good.
Even though you have 4 floors, well, including the attic. Well, there's 5, but you can't go up in the attic because the stairs are all broken.
Mhm.
It's dangerous, but there's 3 floors and the basement. It's a full basement.
Wow.
So
Well,
yeah,
maybe some money raised, you could fix the steps to the attic,
yeah, because
you know,
we want to get up there.
or put a ladder.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Well, yeah, there's no steps. I don't know what happened to the steps, and there is a ladder, but they're all rotted out.
oh,
So they got to fix something. I know they got to fix something.
which it's not, that wouldn't be expensive to fix.
Nah, yeah,
Well,
yeah. They're replacing. They need new windows. A lot of the windows are original, so they're replacing
well,
them
and you
because
said it's on a historic registry, so they have to be
now. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the
they
Masons own it, so they fix the big stuff because they were going to turn it into a museum. That's why it has heat and air condition, which is nice, and 2 bathrooms, Taryn. So that's it's a nice place. So, or they were going to use it as storage, or they wanted to tear it down.
no, we don't want it.
Cringe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did, and so Joe and Judy, they're like, can we just take it over? And they have tours there every third Sunday of the month from 1 to 4, and they have other little events there, so to try to raise money. But
Um,
it's pretty cool.
so Wendy, how does the investigations work? Like if I wanted to come do an investigation, like what would I have to do?
So it's on the website, the West Hill website, westhillnewjersey.org, and it says contact for paranormal investigations, Beth OBrien. So we would just pick a day because I have to be there. So it's either Friday or Saturday night, and it's from 6 to midnight. Some teams ask to stay longer, which they can, but I got to stay with them to close. I don't get in anybody's way. Some of the teams that I know, we investigate. They asked us to investigate with them. Mike and I. It's only Mike and I, but we have to close and make sure it's locked up. All the lights are turned out. We take out the trash because some people they order pizza, something like that. So yeah, and then we would pick a day that corresponds that I can be there because it has to be good with my schedule. Because Joe and Judy, the caretakers, they're older and they live far away and they can't. They can come there to open it, but they can't lock it up.
Right. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they trust you and Mike enough to be able to kind of step in and do that. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about a slumber party there?
Let's do it. We could even they would let us sleep over, so we could sleep over. Yeah.
We'll do a 24-hour ghost hunt.
That's fine, and that's what I'd like to do. I would like to I don't have cameras. We need after Jason Hawes and
I know.
I need some cameras because that's what happened. They were there for 2 days and they left it running overnight.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
they that way. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, Kim says yes. So yes.
Sleepover, Kim. Yes.
We're gonna have a slumber party. The peaches.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah. We just gotta pick a day. And like I say, you don't have to worry about if it's hot or cold because we have that. We have heat. Sounds like it.
Peaches slumber party. Yeah. That would be cool. With Beth and Mike. I would love to investigate with Mike again too.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've always been a good team when we investigate together, Remember
the brewery?
Yeah, remember? Oh, that was
crazy. Brewery was great.
Yeah, that was crazy, the brewery.
Yeah. We got some really cool stuff there. Remember the shirt moved?
Yes.
Remember the shirt?
How did it get there?
We wait, did somebody put a shirt over the hole? I was like, no. Remember we heard something in the hallway.
Yes.
And then when we went out there, the shirt was moved.
Yeah.
I was so crazy.
It's crazy. Oh.
Yeah, for sure. We got to set that up.
Yeah. Whenever let me know. You guys pick a date and we'll do it.
So how much does an investigation cost for a team to come out?
$40 a person. That's it.
That's so cheap.
40. I know it was 30, Taryn. I had to raise it.
No, but even that's not even expensive.
No, it's not. $40 a person. It's not expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and you have the run of the whole place. It's
So it's just one building, right? Because it's a farmhouse, right?
Yeah, it's just a one building. Yep. But it has
a farmhouse. It's a farmhouse.
I guess is it a farm? It's a house. Yeah. It's on a farm. That'd be a farmhouse.
I guess, right?
Sounds good.
But you said, and there's animals still?
No animals. It's a working farm. They do corn, like it's a corn.
Oh, corn. I thought it was. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to investigate. I'm gonna want to play with the animals.
I need you. Darren will be in the barn with you. No, the barns actually are down. That's where they said the slaves would go out to get free from the barns. From the the tunnel went out to the barns. There's 2 tunnels that they know for a fact have been closed up.
Really? So there's tunnels on the property.
Yes.
Why would they cover them up?
Well, they had to fill them in because they can't use. They don't use them anymore. They can't. The
Well, I
barns are
know, but it would be
down.
cool.
I know. It'd be really cool.
Any idea where that's at? I mean, maybe if you had like a sonar detector.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what you would use. Yeah, they know where one was, but they don't know where the other one was. One was kind of went under in the basement through the kitchen, because you could see where the old kitchen was, but they had to fill in dirt to make the other kitchen so they could use it. So that, all original, set from 1700 except for one room, Elijah Gurney's library. She added on in 1800, but everything else is from 1700.
That's great. Um, Todd and Camilla, I don't know which one's writing. I think it's Todd, maybe. But he said Beth and Mike had investigators come to West Hill and present findings to the Mason board a few weeks ago. It was a great idea to be able that is awesome.
Well, yeah, you know what? I had an idea. It was like a month ago, but all the paranormal teams that came out to West Hill and donated money, I had them come out who could make it. It's, summertime, but some couldn't make it because of other investigations, and they all presented their stuff to the board.
Now, did you I guess pre-screen, like, did you preview the stuff that they were bringing just to make sure, or were you just like, just bring whatever you guys have?
Just bring what they captured and what they found or what they saw, and they had their little
And how'd
presentation.
the board take that? Were they
They
open to it?
loved it. They loved it. Yeah, yeah. It was cool. They said, and people were like, "Oh, no one's ever done this in the paranormal." Brought the teams together to do that.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of
Yeah,
it. It's a great idea.
yeah. It was a great idea, and they all
Something that
presented
you
their
should
stuff.
continue to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna probably have another one in the fall. People come out and we give them like a lunch and we feed them. Give them snacks and pizza, whatever, and then each team goes and has like 20 minutes or whatever, and then they show whatever they captured in the evidence. So they really enjoyed that.
I think that's amazing. It's awesome. I haven't
Yeah,
heard of that anything like that yet,
right. I
and I think
know.
that's great. I
Thanks.
really
Yeah.
do. And I'm going to be at the next one because I'm going to investigate there before you
You
have
better. Yes, you better. Damn, damn it. Get animals. Yeah. No animals, but yeah.
So everybody's agreeing with me. They had to fill in the tunnels to expand the kitchen. Okay.
Kitchen. Yeah.
So the tunnels are under the kitchen.
Yeah. Most of
theory,
them.
I
Yep.
guess.
I hope you do another one, but yeah, we will. We'll do another one, Brittany. Yep. Taryn's going to be there, she said. Hi.
Ajing is checking in from Indonesia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Ajing.
awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
Jing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I wish I'd have shown up to that. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, well, next time you'll come because you'll be investigating, so you'll have stuff.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't have stuff, I told people just come anyway. We're all mingling and talking, and people were excited. So
I would have loved to have come and did a show live from there or something.
Oh, we can do that next. We can set that up next time. That'd be great.
Yeah, live from West Hill Manor where investigators present their evidence.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I would love that. That'd be a cool collab.
Yeah, cool collab. We'll call it a cool collab. Cool collab. That'd be great. Yeah.
I would say Ghost Lab, but that's already Ghost Lab.
Ghost Lab is taken.
But a collab, I don't know. You could think of something.
I like that. I like collab.
So being a sensitive yourself and being at the house, even being at the center. If anybody can hear me at the center, I miss you. Make the owners let us do an investigation there.
We need another investigation. Yeah.
We want to say hi.
Please.
So being like you have like the and when I say the center, Beth is works at a place called the Center for, I always mess this up.
The Center Life and Balance.
Center Life and Balance. And it is very active. It's probably one of the most active places I've ever been in. It's in Medford, New Jersey. It is a running business, but it's amazing. And that's what we were just talking about. She's there. And in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you heard, but you could hear a door slam shut. And she's like, oh, doors are slamming shut. Like they're not shy. And they want, they want to talk. Yeah. The center was great. I mean, we didn't expect it to be that.
No. Yeah.
I mean, we were getting intelligent answers. There's a cemetery, right? Is there a cemetery or
Right behind it. Yeah. Yep.
cemetery behind it? The place is amazing. Um, the center, is that the place I went to for the reading with Beth?
Yes, Adelaide. That's yep.
I love Alita. I'm her wife. I'm one of her wifeys. I'm the number one wife, I always say. So anyway, what were we talking about? I interrupted you because I said about the center.
Oh, about the center.
Because you said I said
I
this.
forget.
Oh, I said we're gonna do the investigation at the center.
Mm.
We talk. Are you are you booked? Oh well, how
For
about
West Hill?
yeah?
Oh.
Like, is there like a wait or anything like that?
We're booking into November right now. But yeah, so November, September, October, November. Yeah, November. We're booking into November. Yes, number one wifey. Do you know we went to the cemetery, Mike and I, where the Emlins and the Gurneys are buried at that what's that? The Quaker, what's it called, Mike? Friends Burial Ground in Burlington. You've probably been there, Taryn. You've probably been there.
Well, I don't know because in Burlington, I mean, really, the only places I've been to is with you guys and then Sabrina. You know what I mean? Like Mount Holly Jail. We went to that place, that one place that had like the.
St. Mary's? No.
Remember, we walked up into the woods.
Oh, that's Mount Holly, though.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
Burlington where they're buried.
Burlington and Mount Holly are like the same. Like I feel like they're the same to me. I don't know.
They're close. Like it's like.
What it is, the confusion is Mount Holly's Burlington County, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
So, right?
It's Burlington County, yeah.
Kim is asking how much is past life aggression. I was going to say regression, and can you do remotely?
I'd rather have you in person, and I'd give you a family discount.
Aww.
It just, you know why? Well, I don't know. I never did it. I never did it remotely, but two different towns. You know why? Because you have to like be hypnotized, Kim. So I need you to be there. Where do they live? She lives far.
Kim lives about, I don't know, an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes from me, maybe.
Well, if we do it, well, here we can do this.
Do our slumber party.
Right, we can do that. We can, if you come a little earlier, we could always leave. I could take her there, and we could do that the day of the slumber party.
Yes.
Love you too, Kim.
Brick.
Oh, okay.
She said yes to the slumber party thing.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's cool. So, so how with the past life regression stuff? Like, how is it doing your friends? Like, what if I was like, Beth, do past life regression on me? Is it harder to do it on people that you know real well?
No, actually, no, not that. Because what happens is here's the thing. If you can get hypnotized, everybody can't be hypnotized. It's a form of, I would hypnotize you, but it's a guided meditation and I would talk to you. So if you can meditate, then you did pretty good on those crystal bowls at one time, Taryn. You were relaxed. You could get.
I was relaxed. I don't know if I was like fully, and it's my brain. It's not anything else. It's my brain. Yeah. It just doesn't shut down.
Yeah. So what happened? I know you, Taryn. You're right. But I love you. But in the guided meditation, I talk to you and ask you questions, right? And then there are all these questions I ask you, and then you answer my questions, and then that's how we find out your past life regression. Not all past lives are bad. People think that they are. What happens is, if I ask you the questions during a past life regression and you can't answer my questions, then it's this life that needs healing. Then it turns into an inner child healing.
She wants to know, can I take a Xanax?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything to help you relax. As long as you can talk to me, you're good. We'll have to drive her to the place and then drive her back.
I'm willing to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to and I trust you. You know what I mean? So
sure.
I'm willing to try it.
Yeah. That's all you gotta do is try. And the thing is, if you can't be hypnotized, I don't charge you because that's awful. I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't work, I'm not going to charge you. But all you do is try, because everybody can't be hypnotized. You have to be able to. It's hypnotism is a form of meditation. That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah. So when they say you've been hypnotized, it's a guided meditation.
But how do people do what you tell them to do?
No, no, they don't. That's false. If I ask you questions, you're talking to me the whole time.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. People get hypnotized and they're like,
Clucking like a duck.
yeah, like 1, 2, 3, you're a duck. Wah, wah. You know, like you see that.
That's for entertainment purposes only. That's different.
Oh,
Like they're in a crowd, and if somebody's on the stage, they go to the crowd. They're already been prepped.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's not like hypnotism. That's they go out there and they tell you, okay, beforehand you're gonna cluck like a duck.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is different. So you're talking the whole time. Okay.
You're in
Okay.
a guided meditation, and then I ask you I take you down the river in a boat. I do all this stuff, and then I ask you questions, and then like where you are, what can you tell me, what year it is, are you male or female? So I ask you all these kind of questions. What country are you in? And people answer, which is kind of crazy. You're gonna know I talk some. She's.
She said you're gonna know some dark shit, Beth.
Hey, that's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe that can help me learn how to meditate.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You
All
know?
you gotta do is try. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'm willing to try it. Beth hypnotized me, and I woke up on a spaceship surrounded by blue aliens. Is he for real?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
I
people,
knew it. Mike's an alien.
there you go. Well, he always has been.
You should have that song. I'm an alien. I'm an alien. I'm an alien.
Oh my gosh.
But
I was so excited to come on today. I'm thank you for having me. It was so exciting.
No, I love this. I love this. I love what you do for the community, what you do for West Hill Manor. Definitely want to set something up. Me and the Peaches will come out for sure.
Yeah.
And also the Reiki and the mediumship, and do you have a public page, or just how do people contact you for everything, for your services?
Either on my Beth OBrien page is good enough to contact me on that. I don't use my business page as much. I just go through that because it's the same email. It's Beth BETHOB67 at yahoo.com. And then you can contact me that way if you want to have look at my have any of my services done or anything like that.
That's awesome, Beth. I'm proud of you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Oh no, thank you. Or if you want to, schedule an investigation at West Hill Manor, like I said. And here's the thing. The thing is, it's on the honor system. You're on the calendar. We pick a day, and you pay cash the day of.
Mm-hmm.
There's no deposit that you have to put down. We're kind of like old school. That's why when I have declined some groups and some people, but it's just because of they trust me with what comes in, who comes in, and who what I'm saying, who comes in there, and you need to be respectful. You need to be, we had we yelled at a group the other day because they were upstairs and they were screaming. So yeah, but they were new, and yeah.
But so you got to tell people, and I'm proud of you because you're non-confrontational. So to take on a role like that, to be able to go upstairs and say, listen, this ain't gonna fly here, which is awesome. Listen, if you ever like, if Mike can't make it, or if you ever need, I'll gladly help out.
Okay. I would love that. All right. Now that I know, I would love that. That'd be awesome. I appreciate
I would definitely, and I'm not afraid to tell somebody to shut the F up.
Yeah.
Or go somewhere.
Yeah,
if you ever need help, and if you're out there, it's going to be late night and Mike isn't around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's times if he gets a migraine or something. Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't I don't get in your way. If it's nice out, we go, go sit outside or something. But it's
Go ahead.
handle it
That's
like a
awesome.
champ. Crazy. Blue aliens. Oh my
Like
gosh.
Mandalorians from Star Trek. Um, Awesome, Beth. I'm happy. And make sure you guys go check out Jason Hawes and
Oh,
Paranormal
please.
Reality TV's live video
Oh
from
my
West
gosh.
Manor.
Yes.
Check them. They're on YouTube, on Facebook. They were just out there. I'm happy that I could get them out there for you, Beth, because I'm
I'm
glad.
very, very grateful for everything you did. I really appreciate. I
Yeah, and
really, really appreciate it.
I'm happy I could get them out there for you. And
Yeah.
you know, we definitely need. I know I've been saying this the whole show, but I definitely want to hook up with you and
Yeah.
get out
I
there.
would love.
And
I've been saying that you guys, you what, you and the Peaches are always welcome. You know that. So you guys just, get pick a day and see if we could, pick a day and we'll get Kim's past life regression in, and then we'll do the investigate to Peaches stay overnight slumber party. I don't know if Mike. I don't. Mike's probably not going to want to go to the slumber party, but that's okay. With all the girls, he'll stay home.
Paranormal Peaches Party.
PPP.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yep, and we're
Love
allowed to,
PPP.
we're
Yeah, you know
PPP.
me.
PPP. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I know the Peaches will be down, so Beth or Kim is saying, yeah.
Good, good. All right. I would love to have
Awesome.
you guys. So
And there's not a limit to when we can be there because you have heat, you have air, there's 2 running bathrooms.
yeah, it doesn't any time of the year. Yep. So it doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Beth, we have a couple
Yay.
minutes. We have a couple minutes. So if anybody
Oh,
has any
any
questions,
questions? Any
we
Q&A?
can do that. I definitely will book another sesh with Beth once my leg is healed. Awesome.
Oh,
So
thank
you met my
you.
wifey? I never even met my wifey.
I met her. Yes. I know her very well.
My little Kelly.
So maybe I'm the first wifey then.
Oh, this is what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I know when you do past life regression, it's client, confidentiality. So I don't want you to say who or anything like that, but what is the coolest or the most interesting past life regression off the top of your head? I know there's probably so many of those. But what's the coolest one that you've come across besides Mike's aliens thing? Because that's
probably that. Yeah.
I was gonna say
think that's probably the coolest.
Mike aside, because that is pretty cool. But Mike aside.
I think that's the coolest. I'm trying to think. Somebody was a warrior, I guess, and like kind of like that Outlander show that he's kind of like that back in the
Like a gladiator type?
Gladiator. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Trying to think what else. I've only really done a handful, so I've probably only done like maybe 10, so I haven't done that many, but
It's
you
so
know, because
awesome.
yeah, so that's probably the most. That and somebody was a Native American, which was cool, and yeah, probably my you can't. There's nothing that beats the aliens, I don't
Yeah,
think.
I
But
don't think so.
yeah,
Um,
so that's probably
Alita said, "Remember when the pen flew off me with my sister?"
Yeah, her and she brought her family with her, so
Oh,
we did like her sisters. Yeah, so yeah, yep, yeah, that was crazy.
that's
I
pretty
forgot.
cool.
I forgot about that. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been. I mean, Beth is definitely. I mean, I remember you've told me very private. See, even though me and even though me and Beth know each other and we've known each other for a very long time, Beth has a couple of times come to me, and the things that she has told me, like with my grandmother and my dad, they were personal things. They aren't things that I told anybody.
Yeah, not even me.
Which
Yeah.
I think no, not even you. Which is why I think like when they really are trying to get a message through, like, and let's say they chose Beth. I mean, my dad knows me, so he knows he's got to do something or make something clear or whatever. That's not just normal. You know what I mean? So he's always got this roundabout way of doing things. Or
He does.
when you looked at me and you said, you were like, you said something about like how he didn't believe in cemeteries, like he didn't believe in people
Yeah.
in cemeteries. I was like, I never told anybody that. And there was something with you
Yeah.
about when I was at the cemetery and not stepping on feet or something like that. Or
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
you said to me, he's there with me, but I bring him there.
Yeah. His
And
spirit. Yeah.
that's what it was. You
Yeah.
said when you go to the cemetery to visit your dad is there with you, but you bring him there. He's not there. And he says he doesn't like that because he doesn't believe in that. And he only goes there because you're there.
Hmm.
And basically he didn't want me to go there anymore.
Or you didn't have to go there. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And the one thing that sticks out with me too, remember with Rob when his dad passed away and
Oh,
the hat?
yes. So
I
Rob, my non-believer in the paranormal,
yeah, yeah.
Rob was coming. We were just doing a Paranormal Brew episode.
Yeah.
So we were there. We met up with Beth and Mike was there and Rob came with me. We had Roscoe. So we're there. We're hanging out. And Beth just like turns around, looks at Rob, and she's like, "Did you?" Now I didn't even know this. He
Yeah,
never even told me this. So
he
Beth
said he didn't tell anybody.
no,
Yeah.
he didn't. He didn't tell anybody. So she looks at Rob and goes, oh, "I'm sorry. I know this isn't your thing,
Yeah.
but your dad, and he's like, and she says, did you put something in the coffin?" And
A
Rob's
hat.
just looking at her, and he didn't answer you. You were the one that said, "I was it a hat
Yeah.
with like a block letter on
Yeah.
it?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And sure as shit, it was. It was
His
his.
face.
His face turned white because
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm looking at you like, no, he didn't do that, and I'm looking at him like, and he's like, yeah, I did. He's like at the
I
end
I
whenever.
got chills again from you just saying that.
He said
Yeah.
when everybody left, he went up to the coffin and he had his dad's Clemson hat and it was a block C.
Mm-hmm.
And he put that and you're like, he wants to thank you for that because that was his favorite hat.
Yeah.
And
I'll never forget his
it
face.
was
No,
his favorite hat.
that was crazy.
Oh, okay. We were just talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Rob was floored.
His face. I'll never forget that. So.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Hi everybody.
Kim is asking, how did you become a medium? Did you always know? She said you might have said it, but I missed it.
That's okay. When I was little, I was experiencing spirit, and I saw my great grandfather, and he died before I was born, and I was like asking my mom, like, why is he laying on the couch over there? And and that was my first experience, and then I don't know. And then we moved to Tabernacle, and I saw a Native American little girl at the end of my bed. She woke me up. So that was another time. That was when I was 11. And I was afraid of it. I always felt like someone was in my room. I pulled the covers over my head. I always questioned everything. I never had friends. All my only friends are paranormal friends, which that's all we need, right, Taryn?
That's right. I mean, and that's the beauty of this. Like when you find your people,
Yeah,
and they're good people, and you know that they got the same morals, the same integrity,
yeah,
the same respect for what we do, the same motives, the same goals.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you just you bond like this, and
yeah.
it's some of your best friends. You know
It's
what I mean?
your community. You just need it because everyone else thinks we're crazy or don't. It's nice to have. Excuse me, I just burped. Sorry, that bond.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah,
would say that that's one of the things. Like, I know there's a lot of shit that happens in drama stuff that happens in the paranormal field, but
yeah,
initially, when people come into this field, everybody's like, nobody cares where you came from. Nobody
no,
cares how much money you have. Nobody cares, when you first come in, I mean,
no,
eventually, sometimes greedy people, that's all they care about is money. But I mean, when you first
yeah,
come in, nobody cares. It's not like school where, people get bullied and picked on like that, nobody cares.
right, right,
Everybody's welcome, but that's the one thing I do love.
yeah, yep. So
Do
yeah,
you ever just go up to random people and tell them things because you are being told to?
No, I usually don't do that. Yeah, I usually don't do that because if I'm out and about, it's usually, and I'm not usually working because this is what I do full time as of 2016. I do this, so I don't really go up to random people, like if I know you maybe, but I just don't do that because there's some boundaries. Yeah, I usually don't go up there. I usually don't do that, Kim. Yeah.
Mike says, yes, you do.
Very rarely do I do it. I don't. I don't. Very rarely I do it. Very rarely, Kim. Okay, I do it, Kim, but very rarely.
Well, if you just said if you know somebody, you'll do it.
Right, you're right, and yeah, but very, very rarely do I do it. Where did I do? Oh, I did do it one time in Marshalls because I was in the same row as a lady aisle, and it was only me and her, and it got too strong, and I just did it, and that was actually recent. So it was her mother came through, but I usually I don't do it.
Well, that's good. Oh, Kim says she welcomes it.
Okay,
I
good.
do too, I guess. I've done meditation. Here's a Jing from Indonesia. One of my faithful longtime followers and friends and family now. Really, she's grown into a sister to me. I love her. I've done meditation several times to cure my illness, but sometimes my concentrating is distracted. Is this a normal thing to happen during meditation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very hard to quiet your mind because when you do meditation or hypnosis, you have to get to your subconscious. We walk around in our monkey mind, our conscious mind. To get to your subconscious, you do meditation, but that's all our trauma is. That's where our healing is. That's where all our hurt is. And that's where you can connect to your higher self. So it's very hard to quiet your mind. It takes practice and you have to do it every day. It's weird. Even if it's a couple of minutes, you try to do it every day because it actually, lowers your blood pressure. But it's easier to do a guided meditation, especially if you're in your head a lot all the time. Try a guided meditation first. That may help. And then you're supposed to sit quietly when you do guided meditations. But yes, it's very normal thing for your mind to get distracted.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. From wonderful, wonderful Miss Beth OBrien.
And the wonderful Miss Taryn.
I'm so
Kerper.
happy. I'm so happy you're. So Lita's asking, do you mentor?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
She would be a great mentor, for
Oh,
sure.
thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen. We've been through some shit together.
Oh, we have been through shit together.
We have been a lot.
But but
Well,
look at us. We always come back together. So
yeah,
that's a true friend, I think.
yeah,
That's
for sure.
I do. I think that.
Yeah, I mean, like I have always, always, always had Beth's back, and she's just one of those people
Yeah.
where you just, you know, I wanted. You're just one of those people like. Because I'm such a outspoken, confrontational person. You know what I mean? Like I'll tell you how I think, what I feel. Where
Yeah.
Beth is, a little bit more timid. So if somebody was like messing with Beth, I'd be like, "What?" I would
Yeah.
just jump in there, and like, no, 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 that's not what's
Yeah.
happening here. So I was
Yeah.
always been a
Thank
little
you.
protective of Beth.
I appreciate that. I do. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I should stick up for myself more. I am.
No, you're fine. You're who
Yeah.
you are, and that's why people love you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
don't ever say you got to change because you don't.
I,
You're a beautiful person.
I
And I
appreciate that.
appreciate you.
I appreciate
And
you too.
how does one contact Beth?
You get my email as Beth, I don't know, Beth BTHOB67 at yahoo.com.
Beth OB.
67 at yahoo.com.
I know this, but
It's okay.
all right,
I'm
Beth.
not seeing the chat yet. Okay. Yep.
There we go. Beth OB67 at yahoo.com.
Yeah.
And you can contact her there for West Hill Manor investigations.
Right.
If you wanted to do training, if you want to do Reiki, if you want her to do past life regression, if you wanted to do medium stuff, if you I mean,
Yeah.
she's got a long laundry list
I
of
got,
services.
yeah. I got a long laundry list.
I mean,
So,
I'm gonna definitely find out about the I want to do we don't have to, I mean, if you want to do sleepover, that's great. I mean, I want to do one eventually, but I just want to set something up to come out to West Hill.
yeah, absolutely. Yep. You
So
can do both. Whatever you want
again,
to do.
if you guys are checking in late, please go check out Jay Hall's on YouTube or Facebook. They were just at West Hill Manor.
Yeah, it was
Jay Hall
amazing.
and JV Johnson, Paranormal Reality TV, and Jay Halls, they were there. Go check it out. I'm gonna go watch it as soon as we're done because I can't wait. I haven't
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah. Please watch it. I am so excited for you to watch it. I was like, oh, she didn't watch it. Yeah, she got to watch it.
I know. I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys. Please watch it. You won't be disappointed.
I
On
heard
the
it was a good
evidence.
one. I heard it was a good one.
Oh my God, we were blown away. I'm like still in like la la land about it, and so is Mike too. We're just like, I can't believe he was there for one thing, and we're really appreciative of everything you did for us, Taryn, and
Oh,
everything
you're
that
welcome.
Jason and James did. Because I know how passionate you are about the paranormal, and how much you care about history.
Yeah.
So that's why I appreciate you. So thank you so much for
Oh no.
arranging all that.
Oh,
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome. No problem. But like I said, I trust those guys. You know what I mean? So I knew I
Yeah,
wasn't just
yeah,
sending anybody there. You know what I mean? Like I knew
yeah.
they were gonna come in there. I knew they were gonna do the best that they can do. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
And no
loved it.
matter what,
Yeah,
West Hill's gonna get a lot of attention. You know
I
what I mean?
hope so. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. And you
uh,
see me on there too.
I know. I can't wait to see it.
I was like, I was like, I don't
No,
like to see
I'm sure
myself,
it'll be great.
so that part I hid my eyes. But New
I'm sure
York
it'll be great.
City, yeah, we've investigated in New York. What's in New Rolling Hills is in New York. What else?
Hills,
Um,
Strauss or Kreischer Mansion or Strauss Mansion. Those
Strauss Mansion. Oh, yeah,
Strauss Mansion,
Strauss
Kreischer
Mansion.
Mansion,
I can't.
um,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hinsdale,
Hands down, Wildwood.
Wildwood Sanitarium.
We had a
Yes,
good
we were a
experience
couple
there.
of places.
Yeah.
Let me say, Wildwood Sanitarium. Remember we heard
Ooh,
that little kid running up? Well, it sounded
yeah,
like a little kid running
yeah.
up there. But here's the thing: the room that we heard the running in, there's like a room full of dolls.
We had to sleep near the dolls. Remember?
No, I mean you and Mike sleep up against the doors to keep the
Yeah.
doors shut.
I remember that little black cat. Whatever happened to that cat?
Oh,
We wanted to bring it.
Houdini.
That was the nicest cat I've ever
I
met.
don't know what
Like,
happened to him. I asked them if he was still around. Nobody would answer me.
but didn't you go out again? Didn't you go with the
He was,
peaches?
yeah, he wasn't there.
Oh,
Now remember the guy that was there had the dog and Houdini was because
yeah.
of you know what I mean? Remember we named him Houdini. I wanted Mike to bring
Yes,
Houdini home
I
so
know.
bad. I'm
I
like,
know.
just steal
I
him,
know.
Mike.
I know.
Oh,
We wanted
I
all.
eventually would have stolen him from Mike, but I wanted him out of there so bad. Oh, that
I
guy was
know.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But is Beth a Jersey girl? Yes.
I'm a Jersey girl.
No, not dolls. I know. I made Mike and then we got an EVP while we were sleeping because I leave my recorders going all night long. We had an EVP while we were sleeping. We
Yeah.
had a cat there, and Houdini snuggled with me all night. That cat was the
Oh,
best. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I
so
wish I would have
cute.
brought. I wish I would have just taken him home.
I
Honestly,
know.
I wish I just would have taken him home. He
Hmm.
needed medical care. That guy was not doing
The one that
anything.
was living there. Remember yeah, that was the first time we were there. That was
Yeah, that poor cat needed medical care. He was the coolest cat, though.
he was cute. It was so cute and
And
cuddly
he
and
was like,
friendly. Yeah, yeah, so
"Papa."
friendly.
He's so friendly. That was my boy for the weekend. We slept together. He slept on my bed with me, man. We snuggled. I was like loving him. Anyway,
Oh.
all right. I'm gonna let you go. I thank you so much.
Um,
You have to come
thank
on
you.
again, or we can do
I
a
would
live.
love that.
I can come out to West Hill and do a live from West Hill. We can walk around the property,
Yeah.
this and that,
I,
and show people.
I would love that. I would love to do all of that. Thank you so much. I
Awesome.
appreciate you. And thank you for having me.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, everybody, for tuning in.
thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Really
Love
quick,
you.
just want to tell you guys this Friday is a special
Oh,
Paranormal
yeah.
through. I have to work around the higher up schedule, and I'm totally fine with it. Trust me. But Friday at 3 p.m., I will be live with Ben Hansen. And what
3 p.m. Okay.
3
Nice.
p.m. live. I'm gonna replay it like on a Wednesday night or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to do the live on Friday. I had to work around his schedule and time and everything.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he only allots for half an hour too. I don't know, talking to somebody like that, how a half an hour, I mean, a half an hour is going to go by in like 3 seconds
Yeah,
because
you'll
he's so
do
smart.
it.
He's done so much. I'm just going to go, okay, Beth. I'm not Beth. Okay, Beth. Ben, go ahead, talk. I'm going to shut up. You just talk.
Yeah, just tell all your story and then
Yeah, I'm
that's
so
awesome.
honored to have him come
Aw,
on. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, yeah.
sweet.
So please join me on Friday, and then we'll be back to our regular scheduled Wednesday. I'll be on a podcast on Sunday. So yeah, cool stuff. What do you got
Awesome.
coming up? What's coming up for you, Beth? Really quick.
Investigations. No, West Hill again, but yeah, this weekend. But
Excited book due in November.
yeah, so that's good. Yep.
That's awesome. Good for
Yeah.
you. Were you
Yeah.
going to Para Unity or no
No, I'm not gonna make that.
this
You're
year?
not going, right? Didn't you say?
No, my son,
I think.
my fiance's son is getting married that weekend. So
Yeah, I'm not going
um,
either. But
yeah,
yeah, I have
so,
another event, so I can't go. Yeah,
yeah,
next time.
yeah, definitely be there next year. But
Yeah.
awesome. All right. Well,
Yes. All
until
right.
next time, Paranormal Brew. Oh, my loves. Thanks for joining me.
Bye. Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining us.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Let me give you I bought this.
Where'd you get that? That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah. All right. On
All
that
right.
note, we out.
We out.